My name is Olive Nathan. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. And in today's edition, we'll look at the health sector and other sectors, but we'll mainly focus on that sector. Let's dive in. The Ministry of Health is urging Rwandans to take preventive measures against malaria, as cases have surged by 30% since the start of last year. Enora Gladys kicks us off tonight.
At Kagugu Health Center in Gasabo district, there are many patients who arrived early. Igihozo Yasent is one of those seeking treatment at the Kagugu Health Center. After receiving the test results, she was found to have malaria. She mentions that since October, she has had malaria 3 times. I suffered from malaria in November and December, and now this is my 3rd time. I don't have mosquito net at home, but from now on, I have decided to always sleep under a mosquito net. The increase in malaria cases is confirmed by Beatrice Magnifique, a health advisor in Gasabo district, who highlights this through statistical data. Between 2021 and 2022, I would receive 10 patients, among whom I would find 5 or 6 positive cases of malaria. However, in December 2024, I received 134 patients, of whom 128 tested positive for malaria, and only 6 tested negative. This shows that malaria has increased to a level where it can be considered more like a virus than a normal disease. Dr. Mbituyu Muremyi Aimable, the head of Malaria Control Department at Rwanda Biomedical Center, explains that the rise in malaria started to become noticeable at the beginning of 2024. He urges Rwandans to adopt new strategies to combat it, as the mosquitoes transmitting the diseases have changed their behavior.
Many factors around this include mainly the progressive increase of mosquito breeding sites due to some activities like rice farming, but also other activities like mining activities. But also we have noted progressive resistance to insecticide product use in Rwanda, and mosquitoes are becoming resistant to those products. Also, mosquitoes have been changing their behavior and biting. Before, we used to tell people that mosquitoes are biting late the night, but recently evidence showed that mosquitoes are now biting earlier in the evening, but also are biting outside, translating one of the challenges we're facing now because all our interventions have been deployed indoors, but now mosquitoes biting outside need more than what we are deploying today. We also see some special groups, those people who stay outside the night are most affected. And if you don't deploy outdoor interventions, we will keep recording more cases. When you compare data from, let's say, from 2016, we used to record around 5 million cases nationwide. But due to combined malaria control interventions, there has been a decrease of around 90% in malaria cases when you compare 2016 to 2023. Because in 2023 we recorded around 600,000 cases nationwide, but from January 2024 we started recording a progressive increase in malaria, and when you compare, for example, 2023 with the 2024, we can see that there's an increase of around 250,000 cases.
In addition to the increase in malaria, residents seeking treatment at the Nyagasambu Health Center also mention that the usual malaria medication is no longer effective.
When I look at the situation, I find that mosquito nets are very few. For example, in my family we have many bedrooms, but we only have 1 mosquito net. This shows how limited they are. Additionally, the mosquito nets we have are about 5 years old since we last received them.
Regarding the issue of ineffective malaria medication, the Minister of Health, Dr. Sabin Nsanzimana, reassures citizens, stating the new medication is now being used in Rwanda.
The medicines we have been using are still available. However, prolonged use, especially through self-medication, can lead to resistance. This happens when parasites left in the body adapt to the medicines. We are introducing new medicines to complement existing ones and prevent resistance. We kindly request everyone to stop self-medicating for malaria, as most cases are misdiagnosed. We are also increasing the capacity of community health workers and equipping to continue diagnosing and treating malaria as they have done for years.
The Rwanda Biomedical Center reports that 15 districts were heavily affected by malaria last year, including Gisagara, Bugesera, Gasabo, Kicukiro, Nyamasheke, Nyagatare, Nyanza, Nyarugenge, Rusizi, Muhanga, Kirehe, Nyamagabe, Gicumbi, Karongi, and Nyaruguru. Rwanda Biomedical Center confirms that patients from these districts account for 88% of the total malaria cases reported nationwide. Enora Gladys, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Enora, for the details. Now, still on this health concern, as the cases continue to rise, the ministry is enhancing strategies and calling for greater vigilance from the public. Dr. Aimable Muremyi, Division Manager for Malaria and Other Parasitic Diseases at the Rwanda Biomedical Center, highlights several interventions the country is implementing to combat this disease.
Recently, we've been recording a progressive increase of malaria cases nationwide, but mainly in a few districts of Rwanda, mainly in the eastern and southern province, but also in Kigali city. We have also other factors, but those are the main one. But we can also highlight the climate change that is affecting the rainfall, the temperature in general. Those two factors contribute to the increase of mosquito density. When the temperature is warm, but also when the rain is increasing, we can also see that mosquitoes that transmit the parasite increase when the temperature increases, but also when the rainfall increases, with the flooding everywhere, with those activities affecting climate change, they also contribute to malaria increase in general. What we do currently is community mobilization to make sure that people are aware of malaria increase first, but also use existing interventions, mainly removing mosquito breeding sites around their houses, but also regular use of mosquito net, and also allowing people who come to their houses for spraying so that we kill mosquitoes before they bite us. We also target special groups who are getting mosquito bite outside so that they can get outdoor interventions like a mosquito repellent. So in case you are outside the night, you can use that mosquito repellent to protect yourself. Second, we are also working closely with local leaders and community health workers to make sure that there is early treatment for those people who are sick. So once you are treated on time, you no longer progress to severe malaria. You may not die from malaria, but also we stop transmitting malaria to the entire community. These are the main interventions, but we keep mobilizing additional resources so that we can even target mosquitoes in water bodies using drone, but also other measures. Yes, from the last 3 years, we've been piloting the use of drones for mosquito control in small district or small areas in Kigali, mainly in Gasabo. We just want to see if this can work. And evidence show that using a drone to kill mosquito larvae is giving good result in reducing the mosquito density. And once we control mosquito density, we are also reducing mosquito bite indoors. This good intervention that can be deployed nationwide, and we are still mobilizing additional resources to make sure that this complementary intervention is also added to the existing intervention. Not replace them, but supplementing what we have currently. We are now in the high transmission season, mainly from September to January. It's high transmission season nationwide. We are calling people to make sure that they use mosquito repellent, they use regularly their bed net, but also they seek service on time at community level, because community health workers are fully trained, they have skills, they have commodities. So once you suspect you have malaria, when you have fever, you have a headache, please go to the community health worker at the village level so it can be diagnosed and treated on time.
Now, moving ahead to Rwanda's economic sector, the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning highlights that establishing a professional association for procurement will address challenges in the sector, many of which stem from insufficient knowledge among practitioners. Adam Squizera has more.
The Committee on State Budget and Patrimony began reviewing a bill on Monday to establish a professional association for public procurement professionals. Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Murangwa Yusuf, explained that the creation of this association aims to address the overreaching challenges in the public procurement.
Uru rugaga nirujyaho iri tegeko ryemejwe bizadufasha kubaka ubushobozi.
Once this association is established after the amendment of its law, it will help to build the capacity of practitioners in the procurement sector, both in the private and public sectors. Managing tenders is a significant responsibility, particularly when it comes to monitoring contracts made through tenders. Currently, there are many gaps in this field due to lack of skilled professionals. However, the deputies emphasized the need to address certain issues first, including clarifying the association's name and ensuring that its responsibilities do not overlap or merge with those of existing institutions. You need to help us clearly differentiate the responsibilities of RPPA and the nature of its collaboration with this association.
This association should focus on providing short courses and professional training while allowing universities to continue offering comprehensive programs.
Minister Murangwa Yusuf assured that all those concerns will be addressed. He emphasized that establishing this professional association will greatly benefit individuals preparing to join the procurement profession. Those involved in the procurement will not face any challenges, as there will be a program to guide and nurture them to practice professionally. Over time, we'll also look into integrating the knowledge provided by other universities. Institutions such as Higher Education Council, universities, and the Rwanda Public Procurement Authority (RPPA) are collaborating with members of Parliament on the draft law, which is currently under review by the committee. Adam Squizera, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Adams, for the details. Now back to health matters. At Nyamata Level 2 Teaching Hospital, the construction of a large maternity ward is underway with an investment exceeding 6 billion Rwandan francs. Mothers who give birth at the hospital value the services provided, but are hopeful that the construction of the new building will further enhance the quality of care. We have details.
Seraphine Uwizeyimana, a mother who gave birth at Nyamata Level 2 Teaching Hospital, has had all 5 of her children delivered at this hospital. She's satisfied with the services she received, but believes that expanding the maternity ward would greatly improve care, given the high volume of mothers seeking services at this hospital. The new facility will be excellent, as it will help increase services, particularly for the large number of mothers in the area who often face a shortage of space and beds. The new facility will ensure smoother operations, especially in delivering care to mothers. I would also like to emphasize that despite the challenges, the health personnel here always do their very best. Increasing the number of doctors is a common request among mothers giving birth at Nyamata Level 2 Teaching Hospital. Dr. Cyril Nahomagaze, the Deputy Director of the hospital, highlights that given the high numbers of mothers the hospital receives each month, there is a significant shortage.
Yes, we do face the issue of overcrowding, with between 20 to 25 mothers delivering here daily, which means we have approximately 600 to 700 deliveries per month. Additionally, we hospitalize nearly 1,000 mothers each month, which is a significant number. To provide better services, we need a well-equipped facility with the proper resources to care for both mothers and their babies. When mothers are not adequately cared for, there is a risk of complications such as infections affecting their babies. This is why it is crucial for us to have the right infrastructure in place to support their health effectively.
A 3-story building is currently under construction at Nyamata Hospital to provide maternity services.
Designed with modern technology, the facility will offer advanced services, including dedicated space for at least 60 premature babies, where they will receive specialized medical care and other essential services. Bugesera District Mayor Richard Mutabazi emphasizes that expanding the hospital will significantly contribute to safeguarding the health of mothers and children.
Turimo turubaka inzu y'ababyeyi n'abana mu bitaro bya Nyamata.
We are building a maternity wing at Nyamata Hospital in partnership with the Imbuto Foundation. This project is a key initiative aimed at improving the health of mothers and their babies. Nyamata Hospital currently serves nearly 600,000 people from 15 sectors of Bugesera district, as well as Gahanga and Rukumberi sectors, all within its coverage area. Given the insufficiency of the maternity ward, we reached out to our partners for support. We believe that once this new facility is fully established, it will address various challenges, including the shortage of beds, rooms and materials, while also increasing the number of doctors available to assist mothers.
It is a comprehensive hospital project with an estimated cost of 6 billion Rwandan francs upon completion. To more news, traders in Rubavu district are optimistic about the construction of a new warehouse at the former Majerugwa site, which aims to resolve storage shortages and streamline cross-border trade. However, former users of the Majerugwa facility are calling for an alternative location, citing increased unloading delays and uneven distribution of parking spaces, with some areas overcrowded and others underutilized. We have more. Construction of a new warehouse at the land port near the Petite Barrière border between Rubavu and Goma is underway. This development marks a significant milestone and has been welcomed by traders in the Rubavu district, who have long struggled with insufficient storage space for their goods.
It was challenging for my truck driver, who would deliver goods and require money for accommodation. If it took 5 days to access storage, I had to cover his expenses for food and lodging. This was one of the key difficulties we faced. The new warehouse will complement the existing ones, offering a modern facility that will address these issues, ensuring trucks can unload promptly and eliminate such challenges.
The site previously hosted a Majerugwa warehouse that was no longer fit for purpose. In its place, KLP Dubai Port World Logistics has launched the construction of a modern warehouse and office complex, a project valued at over 800 million Rwandan francs. As part of this development, Majerugwa's operations will be relocated to the Rubavu port, with additional services shifting to the Grande Barrière border. The underutilization of the warehouse has begun to affect truck drivers and vehicle owners, who are now calling for an urgent alternative backup warehouse to be arranged while the infrastructure is being completed.
We come and spend 2 weeks here waiting for the parking to be available for our trucks, which is a significant challenge for us. During this time, we often run out of resources, leaving us in a difficult situation.
The Rubavu District Administration has assured transport operators that the warehouse will be operational within 6 months as infrastructure development is underway.
The document provided by the government for the construction project states a 2-year timeline. However, they have assured us that the project will be completed in 6 months. For this reason, we will continue to support them, and if any challenges arise, we will work with the district to discuss and find solutions.
To address this gap, the Rubavu District Administration has announced plans to engage additional entrepreneurs to construct warehouses and accelerate the development process. Among these projects is a warehouse currently under construction at the site of the former Rubavu bus terminal. And this concludes today's bulletin. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of the entire news team, we wish you a productive week ahead. Stay safe.